Cleaning your floors can be a big job, but it's also one of those things that a lot of people don't realize they're doing wrong. And that's exactly why I'm gonna be sharing with you today a couple of cleaning tips for cleaning any type of floors. From the best practices to what to use to clean them to how to keep them clean longer, I'm gonna be sharing all of that with you right now. My first tip is to put that mop away and grab a broom. You've got to sweep your floors before you clean them. I understand that to some of you that may be common sense, but we see it all the time. People expect their floors to look clean and hold up, not realizing that they're just pushing around dirt all over their floors.
And especially do not skip this step if you have a floor with a textured wood grain pattern. Dirt loves to hide in those little grooves. It's gonna create a soupy, sticky mess that is gonna be a real bad time to get off your floor. And of course, if you don't wanna sweep, you can also use your vacuum. But like we always recommend, be careful with a vacuum on your floors.
All right, now that your floors are all swept up, let's move on to the next tip, and that is to use a pH neutral cleaner. Here I have one of my favorite brands. It's called Zepp. This is a neutral pH cleaner, and there are some other ones on the market like these here. The neutral pH part is so important. Cleaners that are more acidic or even more alkaline will damage the finish of your flooring. It'll leave streaks, it'll leave inconsistencies in the plank, and with hardwood, it can even strip down and eat away at that wood over time, which is a huge deal. And another nice thing about neutral pH cleaners is that they are not gonna leave a sticky residue on your floors after you clean them. This is gonna be your best friend when it comes to the solution to use to clean your floors. And when it comes to the measurements and the proper dilutions, I like to get myself a little spray bottle and then put a bottle cap worth of Zepp into the bottle, then just add some water and it's ready to go. But what if you have tile and grout in your home? Although it isn't on my floor, it is on my wall and it all works the same. So let's talk about how you should go about cleaning this. So for tile and grout, yes, that same Zepp cleaner that I just showed you guys, the neutral pH Zepp cleaner, is going to work on this as well. It works, it's safe, it's easy, but there is one catch to it. To stubborn grout stains, it might not really work all that well. The grout can be stubborn and you're gonna need something a little stronger. And Zepp does have a cleaner for grout, and it's certainly stronger. Just beware, don't use it on things like natural stone, it's too acidic. Again, just read the label and be sure it's safe. If you don't have crazy grout stains, then yes, the floor cleaner may be exactly what you need. But if you're using that and you're seeing it's not working, I highly recommend this stuff right here for that. Another option to clean tile and grout is to use 50-50 parts hydrogen peroxide and 50% baking soda. Get it there, scrub it with a brush, even a toothbrush that you don't use. This is a really good natural way to clean your tile and grout. It just is gonna take some elbow grease, obviously, and it's a bit messy the way it all foams up. And lastly, a no cleaning solution option is also to steam these grout lines, which also works really, really well. My next tip is to work in sections. Normally I'd have my mop, but I'm in the process of moving, so right now I'm gonna use this Swiffer. No, you don't have to use the attached cleaner that comes with it. You can use our solution that we made in the bottle. Spray a little bit at a time in each section. Be sure not to go against the grain of your flooring. Go with the grain to ensure that you're getting all of that dirt and debris out of those slight grooves in your flooring. You're gonna wanna make sure you're cleaning in sections because you don't wanna spray down your floor only for it to dry onto the floor. That's a mistake a lot of people make. You want this to stay pungent and fresh, so work in small areas. And another thing you're really gonna wanna do is start from the furthest point of your exit. Work your way around the house and end on the exit point. That way you're not walking all over your freshly cleaned floors, leaving footprints. My next tip is to keep your mop head clean. This means regularly changing or cleaning that throughout your clean. But it's super easy. Just rinse and wring it out in the sink every so often when you notice your water is getting a little murky or gray. Otherwise, you're just gonna be pushing around really gross water, and that's just not ideal. Okay, so by now, your floor should be looking pretty clean. But all this work is pretty useless if you don't know how to keep them clean. The first thing is prevention. Put rugs or runner rugs in entrances or exits so that you're not bringing and tracking in all of that mess. Again, I just moved into this house. I don't even have a runner yet at my garage door. We come in here with our shoes all the time, and I have really seen the damage on these floors. There's always some kind of shoe print, mud, dirt. It's just a never-ending battle. That's gonna get tracked from there into the rest of the house, all over your floors. Just get some runner rugs, some entry rugs. it will help so much on preventing your floors from getting dirty elsewhere. The next thing is to not wear shoes in the house. Shoes are obviously touching the nastiest substances out there. You're bringing them right back into your home, putting them all over your floors. It's just not good. So highly encourage you to not wear shoes and see how much cleaner your floors end up being. And last but certainly not least, use felt pads on your furniture. It's something we always recommend to everyone. People don't realize how much these chairs really do damage to your floors. Go out and get yourself some felt pads. You can get them from Walmart, Target, at home store, online. Not only will they make them cleaner, but they will also save your floors from a lot of wear and tear. And last, what I will leave you with is to develop some type of floor cleaning routine. What we did today in the video, do consistently. Now, this is gonna vary depending on kids and pets. If you have a bigger family, if you have more dogs, if you have more kids, yeah, you might wanna do that once a week. The longer you let them go dirty, the harder it's gonna be to clean them when it comes time. And just like that, you did it. You cleaned your floors, you learned a couple of tips, hopefully. And as always, if you are in the market for floors, check out arcoflooring.com for wholesale price flooring. We ship all over the United States. Other than that, it's been Jordan from Arco Flooring. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.